And we are underway in the men's 5,000. So Pat Tiernan jumps on for the ride here with Craig Nowak, former Big 12 champion at Oklahoma, and 821 steepler. And Hassan Mead. So it doesn't look like they're messing around here with the pace. 31 through the first 200. So kind of looks like game on here for Pat Tiernan. So down the back stretch here as they finish the first circuit. And 62 for Nowak. And George just off that pace again. He comes in at 13:51, so he'll be doing some solo work this evening. And just that comfortable, smooth, rangy stride of Tiernan as he just stays tucked in. And they're at 134, so pace is on here through 600 meters. So last lap in 63. As Nowak takes this group of three at 206 flat, roughly, through 800 meters. So not to go too far back, but Bob Kennedy ran a good 5,000 here to win the U.S. Championships in 1995. So there have been strong performances on this track. And now Nowak's off after 1,000, and it's Mead. So the two out front, you see Hassan Mead continuing to get work done. And a decent crowd out here now on the track for this event. And the goal would be to get a good crowd out here to kind of build on this event. Because this is great to have this type of action here in Northern California. And again, Sound Running doing a great job. And Hassan Mead just rocking out front, so steady, so smooth up front. So we're gonna hit 1,600 meters now for 11, for 12, for 13. So 4:12, pace right on 63s for Pat Tiernan. So 13:07 pace. So this pace would be a new lifetime best for Pat Tiernan and could potentially give him options down the road if he can get under that 13:10 barrier. So truthfully, I kind of thought that this might be just some 10,000 meter pacing work, but clearly I was wrong. They are getting after it here and really on the attack with the pace. So 5:15, so another 63 through 2K for Hassan Mead and Pat Tiernan. So they're in that 13:07 pace. So Bob Kennedy ran 13:19 on this track to win the USA's in 1995. So I'm gonna assume that that's the stadium record. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the stadium record, 13:19.99. So we were at 5:15 through, so that was about a 64, about 6:19. So the pace backs off just a tad as these guys keep rolling here, and they're on that right around 13:10. So Bob Kennedy, former U.S. record holder, 6th at the Olympics in 1996, the first American under 13, and absolutely dominated distance running in the 90s in the United States. So now Hassan Mead kind of swings wide, and Pat Tiernan goes to the front. And Tiernan still running very, very comfortably. And now Tiernan is out on his own. So 6.5 laps plus for Hassan Mead. And we're at 7:23 at the conclusion of 7 laps. So Pat Tiernan has had a strong year. Ran 3:38 for 1,500 meters, ran 3:56 indoors for the mile, 13:20. He's at 7:56. So this is a hot pace here, 7:56 through 3K. Ran 62 for a half marathon. So it's been a nice season for Pat Tiernan. And that 3:38 was a big lifetime best that he ran at the Portland Track Festival. So he's ready for the Olympic Games. And this appears to be another step. So, and you know, after a lost season, it's been a while since Tiernan just under 8:30 through 3,200 meters. It's been a while since he's really run this fast. It was essentially 2 years ago that he ran, it was July 20th, essentially 2 years ago that he ran his lifetime best for 5,000 meters. So right at 8:59 with 4 to go. So he's got a shot at a lifetime best here. He's just gonna have to dial it down and start to get back on those 73s. And it's Tiernan down the backstretch and hits 9 laps in 9:30. So I misspoke, he was in the high 8:20s through 3,200 meters. So here comes Tiernan. And he'll be coming into 1,200 meters to go when he hits the finish line. So We are at 10 minutes right now, make it 10:02 with 3 to go for Tiernan. So he's got a shot at a lifetime best. So outstanding last lap, and Tiernan just rolling right along here. And again, Tiernan exceeding expectations here, but showing such a high level of fitness. Kind of shakes out his arms down the backstretch as he hits 1,000 to go in 10:33. 10:33 with 1,000 to go. So he's got a shot here, and he'll get a little boost from Hassan Mead, get him fired up as he comes through here, 900 meters to go. So Tiernan under 63 on that last split. And here comes Pat Tiernan. 11:07. For Tiernan as he heads down the backstretch. So number 4 all time, Craig Mottram, the legendary Australian, has the national record of 12:55. And Tiernan's just got to hold it together here. So running so strong, you can see starting to fatigue just a little bit, but he's got to keep it together. Shake the arms out and keep this thing going. Such an aggressive pace. And he's got a lot of fans on his side right now. And that was a tough lap. So 68 on the last lap. He's got to close this thing out, as he's still got a shot at the stadium record. So while that last lap was difficult, still a strong run for Tiernan and a good fitness test. And also, conditions are tough here, so he's getting a good opportunity to run when it's really hot. And you can see Tiernan working on closing this thing out. 12:50 on the clock right now for Pat Tiernan. So probably in the low 13:20s. But he was on pace for most of this race as we hit the 13-minute mark. And here comes Pat Tiernan into the main straightaway. He's going to take this 5,000 meters to close out the evening here at the first Sunset Tour. And a tough last couple of laps as Tiernan to the line. And he'll run 13:24 unofficially. 13:24.88. And a 2:17 or so last 800 made it tough for Tiernan, but a worthwhile prep for Pat Tiernan. 13:24.88. You see Tiernan there looking to cool off as the temperatures are still pretty high down on the track. But it was the right move this evening to move this thing later. So one of the fastest times ever run here on this track. And also coming into the main straightaway here. To finish up here in the 5,000 is Thomas George. Again, the Missouri alum to the line. So strong solo run, impressive to do that all by himself. And you can see Tiernan cooling off. So Sound Running once again puts on another outstanding event with the first edition of the 2021 Sunset Tour. So great performances, many PRs by these athletes. And we are fortunate enough to be here on FloTrack and to call this Under Armour Sunset Tour. So congratulations to the athletes competing. The next event will be in Orange County on July 18th with another outstanding lineup. And the final event will be at Mount Sac on July 25th. So the next 2 Sundays, you can see the Oregon Track Club elite athletes cooling off after the 5,000. So 2 more Sundays here on Flo.